Why you always overthink and how to stop is one of those questions you've probably asked yourself in the middle of the night when your brain just won't shut off. When one tiny thought spirals into 10 scenarios, 100 what-ifs, and suddenly you're lying there wide awake, exhausted, stuck inside your head, and the truth is, overthinking feels like you're doing something useful, like you're preparing or protecting yourself. But in reality, you're only draining your energy and creating problems that don't exist. And here's the thing most people never realize. Overthinking is not a problem of intelligence. It's a problem of control, because your brain has learned to confuse constant analysis with safety. And every time you let it run wild, you reinforce the cycle. And that's why you replay conversations in your head for hours, picking apart every word you said, wondering how people judged you. Or you spend days hesitating to make a decision, imagining every possible bad outcome until the opportunity is gone. And you tell yourself you're being careful or realistic, but really you're just stuck in fear disguised as logic. And the harsh truth is this overthinking doesn't protect you. It paralyzes you because while you're trapped in mental rehearsals, life is happening without you. Doors are closing, and your self-confidence is shrinking. But here's the good news. Breaking free from overthinking doesn't mean shutting down your thoughts. It means retraining your mind to work for you instead of against you. And step 1 is awareness, sketching yourself in the act, saying out loud, "I'm overthinking right now," because the moment you label it, the illusion of control breaks. Step 2 is pattern interruption, which means doing something physical to snap your brain out of the loop. Stand up. Take a deep breath, splash water on your face, or write the thought on paper, because once it's written down, your mind no longer needs to hold on to it. And step 3 is the most powerful decision. Because indecision is the oxygen of overthinking, and the moment you make a choice, you cut off endless possibilities and move forward. Even if it's not perfect, because confidence is not built by thinking. It's built by acting, and the more you act, the less your brain feels the need to overanalyze, and over time, the cycle breaks. But here's something else you need to understand. Your overthinking is fueled by fear of judgment and fear of failure. So one of the best ways to kill it is to redefine failure not as something to avoid, but as feedback, as part of progress, because the more you accept mistakes as normal, the less your brain panics about every detail, and suddenly that job application, that business idea, that conversation you've been delaying doesn't feel so terrifying. It just feels like the next step. And here's a mindset shift that changes everything. Your brain will always come up with what-ifs, but you get to choose which ones you feed. So instead of, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if this actually works?" Because your imagination is already powerful, you're just using it against yourself. And if you flip it, it becomes your greatest tool. And let's be brutally honest. The hours you've wasted overthinking in the past didn't move your life forward. They just made you tired. But imagine if you had spent even half that time taking small actions. Where would you be by now? How much further ahead? How much happier? How much more confident? And the reality is, the gap between who you are and who you want to be is filled not with more thinking, but with more doing. So the next time you feel yourself slipping into the endless loop, remind yourself of this truth. You don't need to have it all figured out. You only need to take the next small step. Because clarity comes from action, not thought. And the moment you choose action over rumination, you start rewriting your identity. From someone trapped in their head to someone moving forward in life. And the real question now is, will you spend another year thinking about what you could do? Or will you finally stop overthinking and start living the life that's